This is Justin McNally at WTVY down in Dothan. Just talk about the offense as a whole this past week against Southern. You guys were really clicking in all schemes and phases. Just what worked well for you guys out there this week?
Uh, well, if I had to say like what worked well, I'd probably say like pretty much everything. Always in the first week, you always try to get like just have very crisp, no mistakes type of game. And I feel like we still had some things that we need to correct, but most teams make their greatest improvement from week 1 to week 2. So hopefully we do that.
Hey, come on, this is John Johnson at the Dothan Eagle. You've got so much talent in the backfield, with yourself and then BJ and Jamontez and DK. How much does that help you, number one, to push yourself to be better and better, but also to keep fresh when y'all can rotate guys in like that?
Uh, yeah, it's definitely a an advantage as a running back group because we just have so many guys that can play, and it like you said, it does keep uh, people fresh, and it's, another thing about it is competition. Competition is the greatest thing that you can have in sports. So
Right. They also ask you about the offensive line because you got a veteran bunch there that has been around a while, and I know that makes life easier on you as well. How comforting is it for you to have those guys in front of you?
oh yeah, it's wonderful. I have trust in those guys. I know that they're gonna do their job, and with the passing game and in the run game, and they did a great job last Saturday.
Hey, Kamani, it was kind of your first atmosphere in the vet, last year with all the restrictions and crowds being down. What was it like for you playing in front of that home crowd and those students on Saturday?
It was electrifying. When we first went out there and like with all the fans, it was something. It was something different. It was nothing. It was something that I had to kind of get used to, but it was great.
Funny, kind of everything that BJ has gone through over the years with the injury and then coming back now for his sixth season here at Troy. Seeing him score in that first game in front of the home crowd, just and being the leader in that running back room, how great was a moment of that for you and for him?
Oh yeah, it was great. I was happy for him. It was a good touchdown. He had a good game, and you know I know he's gonna have a good season this year because he's back to himself this year.
Hey, good morning. Stephen Gunner with WSFA in Montgomery. Obviously, played a big role in last year's offense. There was a lot of talent with last year, but not to compare this year's offense to last year. There's a lot of talent with this squad, and you always hear the phrase, the sky's the limit. How good can this 2021 Troy offense be?
Uh, that was a good question. I do think that we could be one of the top offenses in the country. We just have we're very solid just all around. In the wide receiver room with the quarterbacks and Gunner backing up Taylor. The running back room is deep, and it's really coming together right now.
Justin McNally with WTVY down in Dothan. Adam just told us a little bit about your background and your story. So just looking at this weekend coming up, the 20th anniversary of September 11th, playing on that day, just being someone from the military, what does that day mean to you and being able to represent your country?
It means a lot. I was in middle school when it initially happened, so I remember vaguely of what happened, and joining the military and serving my country, it meant a lot to me. It motivated me to be the man that I am today. And I mean, this game is just one of those exciting moments because now I'm playing college football and I'm representing the military and also playing college football. So it means a lot to me.
Hey, this is Mike at the Troy Messenger. How do you use your time in the military to your advantage on the football field and in the locker room? Is it maybe your discipline, what you went through? How do you kind of correlate your time in the service to playing football?
I mean, the best way to correlate, my time in the service to football is attention to detail. Everything dealing with football and everything that I dealt with in the military was attention to detail. So knowing my assignment, knowing what to do, where to be, that all plays the same role with being in the military. So.
Being one of the older guys on the team, and being someone who's been in the military and everything, do some of the other players maybe kind of ask you about the importance of this day or anything like that, or is that something you share with them? Your love for the country, are those conversations that are had in the locker room at all?
A lot of them, aren't aware of that September 11th is Military Appreciation Day, so a lot of them don't know. But about this day specifically, no. They normally ask me about my time in the Marine Corps, what I've done, and how the experience was, and I tell them all the same thing. It was a great stepping stone for me. That's initially what it was because I didn't serve 20 years, so it molded me into the man that I am today.
Hey, this is John Johnson from the Dothan Eagle. Can you share with us a little bit about your journey to Troy, how you decided to come there and play football, college football after your service?
Oh yes, sir. So it was right around the time that I was trying to make a decision if I wanted to stay in or get out, and I kept in contact with one of my high school head coaches, Coach Shane Goodwin. Actually, he's from Aniana, Alabama, so he's a native of Alabama, but he knew Coach Carr and Coach Lindsey, and he introduced me to them, and I just built a rapport with Coach Lindsey and Coach Carr, and it just felt like home again. It felt like I was coming back into that military atmosphere without being in the military. So it was just a comfortable situation for me just to come here.
I wanted to ask, you kind of got a little smile on your face when I asked you about being one of the older guys on the team. So being someone in that situation, a few years older than the rest of the guys on the team, how do you handle that situation, being here with kids who are 18, 19 years old?
I mean, it's no different from the military. When I was in the military, the young guys that come in are the same age. They're between the age of 18 and 22. So it's pretty much the same role for me. But I smile because a lot of the guys, they call me uncle or they call me pops or something like that. So it's pretty funny.
Yeah, it was exciting. We've been going over it all week, working that play and working those drops, and it was just exciting to see me get my first interception since high school, and it was just a great moment, with my teammates and stuff like that. So I really enjoyed it.
As a whole, this defense played lights out against Southern. What impressed you specifically about y'all's performance, and some things you want to carry over heading into this week?
Yeah, I just think, communication on the field, was the biggest thing. We talk about all week, communicating, making sure each of our guys are all on the same page. And I think, when we're on the same page, we can be a real dominant defense. And, it showed on Saturday. And we just got to, for this week, it's just all about preparation, just getting back in the film room and just, making sure we're all on the same page. And I think we'll be fine.
Hey, Jane, this is John Johnson from the Dothan Eagle. I guess you've looked at film at Liberty already. Malik Willis, obviously a very dynamic quarterback, but just talk about him a little bit and how, you can try to contain him. But their offense in general, like Troy, put up a lot of points on Saturday.
Yeah, Malik, he's a really, explosive athlete, so we have to make sure, we have a great plan for him and, make really just preparation, like I said, back to preparation, just making sure, we're getting the right fits, right keys, and, just focus on our assignments. And if we do that, I feel like we'll be fine.
How fun is it as a defender to go against an offense and a player like him and get your juices flowing a little more?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Anytime you get to go out against a good opponent and, improve what you can do as a defense and as a whole is always great. And I'm really excited for this challenge. So.
What was it like this past weekend in front of the home crowd, packed out stadiums again, things like that? What was that moment like when you run out there and you hear that crowd roaring?
Oh yeah, it was great, because last year, with COVID, we weren't able to have like, full capacity. But anytime, you see the stadium packed, college football is back, and that's just really exciting, So I really enjoyed it.